Hello, my name is Dan Dodds. I'm the principal attorney at the Dodds Law Firm in Surprise, Arizona. You know, one of the questions people will ask me that are contemplating filing a bankruptcy, or they've already filed a bankruptcy, is, can I purchase a new vehicle after I have filed for bankruptcy protection? And the answer is yes, you can. They're a little bit different, so I'm going to talk about what the process is in a Chapter 7, and then I want to revert and speak to what the process is for a Chapter 13. So, Chapter 7. Yes, you can buy a car or a pickup, whatever you might be looking at, after you have filed your petition. That's the threshold point. You don't need the permission of anybody, the trustee, your attorney, a court, because your bankruptcy had to do with everything that occurred from the day you filed backwards, not forwards. And so if I've had people buy them. Matter of fact, there's dealerships set up that have whole divisions set up to sell cars to people who have filed for bankruptcy protection. So the timing is any day after the date of the filing, but as a cautionary recommendation, if you can hold off and not do so until after you receive your discharge order, I'm all for being safe. And there you would be 100% safe. If you bought it the day after you filed bankruptcy protection, you're most likely going to be safe unless you've done something that was fraudulent or you didn't identify all your assets, something like that, that might get you in trouble. But generally speaking, yes, you can buy, if you're in a Chapter 7, you can in fact buy another vehicle after the date you file. Now, in a Chapter 13, where you're going to be making payments to your trustee, who then is going to give that money to creditors for a 3 or 5 year period. What happens if I'm in year 2 of my Chapter 13 and I blow up my pickup engine? And the cost of having a new engine put in, the truck's not worth that much. So, but I need a vehicle to get to work. Can I buy another pickup? And the answer is yes. But if you file for a Chapter 13, you have to get the permission of the trustee who's managing that estate to do so. So typically, if you're going to, and you're thinking about buying a vehicle to replace one you already have, let's say, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's just got a lot of miles on it. So, yes, you would have to bring a copy of the proposed financing documents and a copy of the proposed sales agreement, and we would have to present that with a request to the trustee that you be allowed to purchase this vehicle. And most of the time, as long as the payment is reasonable, you've timely been making your Chapter 13 payments, you can demonstrate that the payment isn't too much different than the one you'd been making, the trustee will approve it. What happens if the trustee denies it? Well, then the only option is to take it to the bankruptcy court and argue why the court should override the decision of the trustee. As a practical matter, I've got to tell you, at least as of the date I'm filming this video for you, I've never had a trustee turn down a reasonable purchase of a vehicle. What's reasonable? Well, I don't know, but I think I can describe it. You've always driven Fords, F-150s, F-250s, whatever. You decide you want to buy a new Corvette for $94,000. You've never owned a Corvette in your life. And that far exceeds your need to be able to get to work or to take your tools with you to the job site. So as long as it's a reasonable purchase for a reasonable reason, and you can demonstrate that I have the ability to make this payment, you're likely going to get approval from the trustee, who most of the time will approve them. But if you've been late on your payments or you have missed payments, then that's not a good sign that you've got the financial means to buy another pickup. Maybe you're going to have to put a used engine in it. So you would work with your attorney, and that attorney would work with your trustee to get you the new vehicle. Well, I hope that information is helpful to you. If you have any questions about it, feel free to contact my office, and we'll be glad to have you come in and give you some ideas how you can get the vehicle you need, or if I see something about the transaction that's worrisome, at least I can tell you about it before you go off and do it. Hope this information's been helpful to you. Have a great day.